Sorry to put this in your head, but we're talking about warm, gooey cookies with the founders of Tiff's Treats, which technically started in Austin, but the idea and the first batch were baked up in a Richardson house by a college student home on winter break.
It started because this one, my lovely wife now, but she stood me up on a date.
Well,
Nice.
I did, but I also apologized. So I made this batch of cookies, drove it over to his house, and they just so happened to still be warm.
Obviously, he fell in love with her and the idea for a business that they would start in an Austin apartment.
We were 19-year-old sophomores in college. There's just something to be said about being naive. We call it young and dumb and naive, and we just didn't know what we didn't know. And that actually served a really great purpose for us because we just kind of barreled through everything.
Now these pioneers of warm cookie delivery have a book hot off the presses to share their business know-how. Some good timing there because last year a record 5.4 million new business applications were filed here in the U.S. New entrepreneurs out there might be hungry for advice from a couple who turned a little kitchen experiment into a $500 million sugar high.
Yeah, I think usually our biggest negative advice is one, be passionate about what you're doing. If you want to do it and you want to be successful at it, do what you can to make that the primary focus in your life and have the other things be kind of second to that so that you can really put focus on it. And two, never underestimate hard work. It's going to be hard work and it's something that you can control. You can work as hard as you're able and that will really pay off.
It sure did for them, but there were low points along the way, like losing the lease on their first location in Austin. And then at their second location in Dallas, the cookies were off.
The consistency went way off.
Remember, the cookies got huge, like just giant.
Yeah.
Turns out the ovens here were too hot. That taught them about consistency, communication, and being hands-on. By the way, that one Dallas location apparently got us hooked.
We have like 24 locations. It's our biggest market. And so we have more stores in the DFW area than we do in any other city.
Again, some of their business lessons are in their new book, along with cookie recipes, and they say they didn't leave out any secret ingredients.
No, I wouldn't say leave it out, but you do have to formulate them differently for home because we're talking about smaller batch. So they're tweaked so that it is a home version of the Tiff's Treats recipe, but we're certainly not leaving anything out to make it less good.
So at Jason Wheeler TV on Facebook and Twitter, I've posted an article that has my whole conversation with Tiff and Leon Chen, and they give 13 nuggets of business advice there. It's my gift to you, a baker's dozen of Tiff's Treats tips for all you current and aspiring entrepreneurs. I can't afford cookies for everybody, but I can feed you ways to stay right on the money.